Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj, and today I'm going to give you the Capper Comparison Picks for some more prelim fights for UFC. Vegas 55, Holmes versus Pierre. Be sure to check out the video I did earlier where I cover the early prelim picks, early prelim fights. I'm sorry, I just got back from dinner. I was gonna save this video and do it tomorrow or Wednesday, but I just talked to my wife and evidently I have plans. So I have to get it done today. It is what it is. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, but be sure to check out the video I did earlier. Okay, so we're gonna start this show off with the lightweight fight between Omar Morales and Uros Medic, the doctor. Omar Morales, the Venezuelan fighter. Not very original, Omar, but it is what it is. Okay, Omar Morales is 11-2. He's got a professional record of 11-2. He's the favorite at -140. Please forgive me. I did have a couple of drinks with dinner. Yeah, more. I guess maybe a little bit more than I should have. But anyway, he's taking on what is he, Serbian? He's taking on Uros Medic. Yeah, Serbian fighter Uros Medic, with a record of 7-1. Medic comes in at +120 as the underdog. He is 29 years old, so Morales is 36. So a little bit of an age advantage there for the doctor, Medic. He's not really a doctor. I think he's having a play on his name, because if you don't pronounce it the way you're supposed to, it's spelled medic. And I think he changed it. It used to be the medic, like Uros Medic, medic, the medic. But now it's just the doctor. Okay, we're gonna start discussing Omar Morales, the Venezuelan fighter. Omar Morales, he's training out. He said, according to Tapology, he was training at Hard Knocks 365. Nuh-uh. He's training out of Sanford MMA. Okay, just get that right. In Instagram, he is training with Bellator great Jason Jackson. That's what he shows on. I haven't seen it, but that's what cappers have told me. Okay. Morales is coming off a loss to Jonathan Pierce by rear naked choke in round 2. Before that, he beat Shane Young, not Shane Young, not that great. Unanimous decision. He lost to Giga Chikadze, but Giga beats everybody. Before that, he beat Mowgli, Gabriel Benitez. That's a good win for you, Omar. And before that, Dong Hyung Ma by unanimous decision. Omar Morales will have a 3-inch reach advantage. I guess that's what Tapology says, but some of the cappers I've listened to say that is a lie, because Uros Medic is coming in with a 2-inch height advantage. So I don't know what goes on there. Uros Medic, the doctor is coming off a loss to Jailton Turner, where he got rear naked choked in round 1. I guess Uros Medic used to wrestle. He used to fight on the Alaskan regional scene, Alaska FC, whatever. He used to train out of Anchorage BJJ. Who knows why, but he has since made the move to King's MMA. Good move there, because now he's training with his Instagram. I guess he got a lot of pictures with Marvin Vittori. That's good. Also, King's MMA, there's Benil Dariush, and get this, Giga Chikadze, who already has a recipe of how to beat Omar Morales. So interesting fight there. Before the Jailton Turner rear naked choke loss, he did have his UFC debut against Alen where he had a dominant victory at a flying knee to ground and pound in round 1. Looked fantastic doing that. And before that, he beat like a Mikey Gonzalez ground and pound round 1. And before that, just a bunch of bums, if you will, from the Alaskan regional scene. Okay, so let's see what the cappers have to say in this lightweight showdown between Omar Morales and Uros Medic. This is a whole new flock of cappers. You know, like once again, I apologize for being a little tipsy. Dinner was good at, I don't know, whatever bar restaurants attached to this hotel. I think it's called Tim and Larry's Tavern or something weird. I don't know. Taking Omar Morales, the favorite, minus 140 favorite. We've got the stat diggers. Well, DFS Brady, he definitely took Morales. But Wheezy is kind of said, Wheezy pretty much said, he didn't come out and say it, but links will be in the description, check it out for yourself. But he said pretty much he's on like a dog or pass situation here. He's gonna pass, but he does see little value in Medic as a plus money guy. That's a do or die fighter. He gets it done round 1 or he gets finished in round 1. I don't think he's ever made it to the end, to a decision, has he? Maybe in the regional scene, but also Brady said in the regional scene, the Alaskan guys were taking Uros Medic down with ease. He was beating them up after, but they're all bums anyway. But the thing was, they were having their way at taking him down. And Omar Morales is a BJJ black belt. Haven't seen him use it, but it is there, okay? Also taking Omar Morales, we've got Dev and Cell. I didn't forget about you, buddy. Dev and Cell both in agreement that Omar Morales should get it done here. Then we've got AJ DeVito, MMA Experts. He's got Omar Morales by KO. Good on you, AJ. After that, we have Greedo plays. Greedo, he's got this, I've never seen, I don't know what he looks like, but he's got like a similar vocal style as like Bleed MMA. He comes out almost shouting, just very vocal, very loud, but I like it. It's good. And he has a little music backbeat, as do I. And good visuals too. And finally, to close this off, we've got our last capper. Is he gonna make it a full capper consensus? Absolutely not. It's Johnny K from Johnny K Picks. Johnny K does a live stream video with Blood Money MMA bets on Wednesday nights. Be sure to check that out. Johnny K Picks is on the side of Uros Medic, which is a pretty good bet at plus money, especially for Uros Medic is a do or die. He's a killer. He does get things done. But I gotta go with the wrestler. He's not a wrestler, but I gotta go with the guy that has the BJJ black belt. He's got the credentials to get it done. Especially after I heard DFS say that Medic was getting destroyed. Not destroyed, but taken down with ease from all the Alaskan FC guys. However, Wheezy and DFS also did mention that you can't trust Omar Morales' fight IQ, because if that was the case, he should have did that with Giga Chikadze in his past fight. But regardless of his fight IQ, whatever, he has fought the better competition. He doesn't have bums on his record from Alaskan FC. So I'm gonna go with Morales to get this done here. I wouldn't be so shocked or surprised if Medic took care of him. But I think Morales is going to get it done within distance, inside the distance. I would probably assume a submission win there, but who knows? Maybe he'll do a little ground and pound TKO over Uros Medic. It's funny because Uros Medic, after he beat Alen Cruz, he said, I want to thank Joe Rogan. Why? I want to thank Joe Rogan for that win. Okay. Joe Rogan, I guess, is a big influence for Uros Medic. But anyway, moving on. Next we have the heavyweight showdown between Parker Porter and Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida, Malhadinho, is the big favorite here, minus 550. That line I think it opened up at like minus 800, ridiculous. Parker Porter is now plus 420. 420, dude. But he used to be at plus 500, so I guess the line is moving a little bit. Still Parker Porter, heavy underdog. Parker Porter is coming off a 3-fight win streak. However, they're against kind of bums. I mean, he beat Almeida. Almeida is yet to have a victory in the UFC. He beat Chase Sherman, who everybody seems to be beating Chase Sherman. He beat Josh Parisian before that, another heavyweight, sloppy heavyweight. Yeah, not great guy. His only loss was in his past 5 was in his UFC debut against Chris Daukaus. But as I mentioned in the last cap comparison show I just did earlier today, we want picks. Angelo, one of Parker Porter's close friends, in the wedding party, all that stuff, he said that Chris Daukaus fight, Parker Porter came in, when he got notice of that fight, he weighed 300 pounds. So he had to shred 40 pounds, 35 pounds to make the weight. And he claims that was a very, that impacted his outcome against Chris Daukaus. But he's biased. He's like best buddies with Parker Porter. What are you gonna do? Before that, Parker Porter has a win against Durley Bornstrup. TKO round 3, that was in CES, Classic Entertainment Sports. Out of the Northeast regional scene, he does train out of Underdog MMA. Who was last week that trained out of there? Carlos Candelario. He also trains out of Underdog MMA. So Parker Porter taking on Jailton Almeida. Almeida, huge favorite. He looks, well, by looks, look at him. Almeida looks like a physical specimen. You don't get a better body than Jailton Almeida. And he's a lightweight. He's like, he's usually around he's at 205, usually at that weight class, but he is coming up from light heavyweight, my bad. He's coming from light heavyweight. He, according to Tapology, trains at LG Systems, that is in Brazil. He's on a huge 10-fight win streak. And if you look at his Tapology, he also has a lot of grappling fights in there. 6 of them. Only 1 loss of those 6 grappling fights on his list of his resume in Tapology. He will be the taller guy here. Like, he's got a 3-inch reach advantage, or a 4-inch reach advantage, a 3-inch height advantage over the Parker Porter. But Parker Porter, according to Wheezy and DFS, the biggest ass in UFC, and he has tree trunks for legs. They were saying you could take a Tabitha Ricci, put her in one of his jean legs, and take you could take 2 strawweight or flyweight girls, put them both in, have a sack race. That's how thick and big his legs are. Jailton Almeida, he's coming off a win, his UFC debut against Danilo Marquez, ground and pound, round 1. That was Danilo Marquez, not that great. He did He does have a couple wins in the UFC that were impressive, but before that, in Dana White Contender Series, he rear naked choked Nasruddinov, round 2. Prior to that, he has submissions all through Thunder Fight and Future FC against people I don't really know any of these guys, but nevertheless, like I mentioned, he is on a 10-fight win streak, and he has all those submission grappling tournaments also under his belt, where he's, according to Typology, looked like he was 5-1. Only lost one of those 6 grappling things. So, let's see what the cappers have to say in regards to this fight here. I think even before putting everything down, you can see where this is gonna go. So, taking the favorite in Jailton, Almeida. Greedo, he's got Jailton, TKO. All these links will be in the description. I urge you guys to check all these cappers out. They're fantastic. Then we've got AJ DeVito, MMA Experts, TKO. Then Johnny K. Guess how? Go ahead. Yeah, you say you got it. TKO. Dev Ansel and Stat Diggers are all in agreement, making this a full capper consensus. I'll do the dance, screw it. A full capper consensus is when all the cappers in the video agree on their pick and take the same side of the whiteboard. And in this case, everybody's in agreement that Jailton Almeida is gonna beat Parker Porter. Like I mentioned though, Angelo from We Want Picks, being Parker Porter is one of his good friends, is on the side of Parker Porter. I wish I used him for this show, but I found that retrospect because I used him for the first show, because he came out with his picks early, and I did the first show research Sunday night. I did this show's research today. So, there you have that. I too am going to be taking Jailton Almeida. However, as the Stat Diggers mentioned, if Parker Porter somehow managed to get on top of Jailton Almeida, he's been on top of full-size heavy. Remember, Jailton Almeida is coming up from light heavyweight. Parker Porter's been on top of full-size heavyweights that were unable to get his big, thick torso, trunks, and ass off from being on the bottom. So, and if he does manage to get on top, he might come down with a ground and pound. All I'm saying is Parker Porter, to me, at plus 420, he's worth a hedge bet. Hedge that for, half a unit, kind of like a scratch-off ticket. Scratch-off ticket at plus 420, but my pick on Tapology, I will put the picks in too, Dave. It is Jailton Almeida. I think he's probably going to get it done TKO. We're going to say round 2. Round 2 TKO for Jailton Almeida. So, moving on. Next we have the middleweight fight between Ugly Man Joseph Holmes taking on Alen Amedovski, fighting out of North Macedonia. Interesting. North Macedonia. Actually, if you look at his Instagram, Amadovsky, I guess he's got pictures from 30 weeks ago, which is over half a year ago. training at the All-Star Center in Stockholm, Sweden with Hamzat Chimaev. So, and rumor has it he's been training, he's got pictures training with Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland as well. So who knows with this mysterious guy? He's been on a layoff that's how long? Close to 3 years? A 3-year layoff for the North Macedonian product. He used to train out of American top team Rome, Italy. That's right. For Amedovski. He's 8-2. He's the underdog at plus 165. Joseph Holmes lives and trains when he's at home. He trains out of Dallas, but he's also been training out of Glory MMA, James Krause and company over there at Glory MMA. So Joseph Holmes, ugly man, doing pretty good there, and he's been very active. He's 26 years old. Amadovsky's 34, and Joseph Holmes pretty much same amount of pro fights. So very much more active. He's doing like averaging, I think Weezy said he's like averaging 2 or 3 fights a year, where Amedovski has been laid off for 3 years, 3-year layoff. So let's talk about the favorite, Joseph Holmes, first. As I mentioned, he's training out of Glory. Tail of the tape, huge 6-inch height and 6-inch reach advantage for the BJJ brown belt in Joseph Holmes. He's coming off his UFC debut loss to Jamie Pickett by unanimous decision. Jamie Pickett's like middling, I guess, middleweight. I mean, Nightwolf has been he got beat by Beverly Hills Ninja, Jordan Wright, so that's not a good look. But anyway, Joseph Holmes before that, Fury FC, he beat Jonathan Patty. Punches round 1, put a statement on that one. He won his Dana White Contender Series fight against Shante Barnes, rear naked choke round 2. And prior to that, he was in the LFA and the XKO, which is a Texas regional scene. I told you he lives in Dallas, where he finished both those guys, Dwayne Diggs and Michael Torver, by rear naked chokes, round 2 and round 1 respectively. So Joseph Holmes, 4-1 in his last 5. His only loss coming out of his UFC debut. James Lynch said he did interview him, and it's on the playlist, and Joseph Holmes just was not ready for that fight. He took it on short notice, and he wasn't mentally there for it. This fight, he's had a full camp, so look out. Alen Amedovski, his last fight, like I said, about almost 3 years ago, he got knocked out 14 seconds by John Phillips. I guess John Phillips can hit like a truck though. So, and what happened was they just went fist for fist, slugging it out, just back and forth bar brawl for the first 14 seconds of the fight, where John Phillips ended up coming on top because he landed this more significant strike, and the one that put down Alen Amedovski. Before that, he lost his UFC debut to Christoph Jocko, but at least he went to decision on that one. And Christoph Jocko is not a bad loss to have. He's beaten a lot of guys. Prior to that, he was in Bellator, where he's off wins against Ibrahim Mane, 12 seconds in round 1. Good on you, Amadovsky. And then before that, he beat Will Fleury, punches round 1. So finishing guys over in Bellator. And before that, Magnum FC, which is an Italian regional scene, where he beat some guy I've never heard of, TKO round 2. So Alen Amedovski, a lot of question marks surrounding this guy, but I guess rumor has it he's been training with Strickland, Chris Curtis, and Hamzat. So I guess the training partners are good, but you can only get so much from your training partners. you know. So, and who even knows? His Instagram hasn't been updated in several weeks, so I have no idea. Let's see what the cappers have to say in this one. Holmes is almost 2-1 favorite at -192. So we'll start with him. We've got Greedo taking Holmes. No problem there. The stat diggers are staying away from this at -192, but their pick will be Holmes, ugly man Joseph Holmes. Dev and Cell also on Holmes. Put some gravy on it. Johnny K also taken Holmes, and finish it all off with AJ DeVito from MMA Experts, and he's actually being the contrarian picker here. MMA Experts, AJ DeVito, fading Holmes. Interesting enough. He might be onto something though, because the Amadovsky training with Hamza, training with Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland, he might surprise y'all. He might surprise everybody with that. But I can't. I gotta go with the BJJ brown belt going against the mysterious North Macedonian. I'm gonna take Holmes to get it done. I think he's gonna get it done. How? Let's see. Amedovski, I'm gonna say within distance. I don't know yet if I want to go submission with the BJJ brown belt or by club and sub, TKO ground and pound. I'm not sure how, but I will take Joseph Holmes to get it done inside the distance. So there you have that. To recap, time check. I don't have my watch on. Perfect. So let me fill out this sheet so I can show this. That's another thing with the travel board. I can't recap with the boards because I have to erase one of them. So I'm taking Omar Morales to get the decision victory over Uros Medic. Or did I say decision? I don't think I did actually. I think I might have taken him inside the distance. So yeah. That's why I'm taking Omar Morales within distance over Uros Medic. Jailton Almeida, definitely TKO. Or, no, actually submission. Shit. Another one I got messed up writing. Within distance again, and Joseph Holmes within distance. So these are all within distance. My tapology is going to be all screwy, but I'm taking the favorites within distance for all of them. Omar Morales within distance, Jailton Almeida within distance, and Joseph Holmes within distance. I'm sorry for the unorganized, somewhat tipsy presentation here. I'll clean it up. It'll be clean in the when I put the time checks in to the video. And you guys, if you don't have to sit through the whole video, if you just want to find out the final picks, just go to the recap. The recap will have everything all in a quick minute. So I know people are like, oh, you're on there for 40 minutes. I don't have time to watch. Then don't watch it all. Just go right to the recap where I cover my picks and I show the picks for all the other cappers picking the fights. The only capper consensus was against Parker Porter, but given Parker Porter's huge underdog, there is no value on Almeida, by the way. I'm going to use him in this parlay because I am a man of my word and I parlay every video that I present. So I will parlay him with Omar Morales and Joseph Holmes. probably won't pay that good because they're all favorites, but I will put a hedge bet on big old Porter, sorry, to get it done there, or hopefully to get it done. I would be rooting for him too. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Give me that thumbs up. I really need the likes, man. Go ahead and comment with who you think's gonna win these. I'm assuming everybody's gonna be taking the favorites, but if you are taking Amadovsky or Porter or Uros Medic, I can see an argument for each one of those guys. Even Parker Porter, with his big, thick frame, he might not be as tall or have the reach or the abs or the muscle tone and definition, but he is a thick boy, big, thick boy. So if he gets on top, he's going to be hard to get off of you, and he might smother you for points, decision, or he might even be able to slip in some sort of ground and pound, who knows. But anyway, go ahead and fill the comments what you think is going to happen. Guys, thanks for watching and dealing with me. I appreciate it, and good luck on these bets. Have a good night.